Matthew McMillan from the upcoming year. If you wouldn't mind just very briefly outlining your role in the series, please.
Hi, I play Karen Wynn in 5 Days of Memorial, and she is the ICU nurse manager and head of the ethics committee at Memorial Hospital.
So as head of the hospital's ethics committee, your character sort of cuts through to the ethical questions at the heart of the show. How difficult was it to encapsulate your character's responses to these ethical dilemmas in such a high-pressure environment?
Yeah, I think it's interesting. It's very easy to think about things ethically in theory, which happens a lot and should happen a lot. But there is obviously a very important distinction between theory and real life. And it's easy to think in theory, but when things are real and happening lifetime and you are exhausted and not sleeping and you're trying to do your best and you're seeing a lot of things and you're just trying to ignore certain things and focus on what needs to be focused or what you feel like needs to be focused, it's challenging and it's different than what you could have ever kind of imagined to prepare for. You can't prepare for, I can only imagine that you can't prepare for what's happened. And I think that is very present in the storytelling as it pertains to Karen Wynn and what she experiences.
Did you yourself, out of curiosity, take a view on any of the moral questions that are presented? I remember when I remember hearing about it, Saw Focus back in 2005. And, for this, what I realized very quickly, it doesn't really matter what feelings and opinions that I had about the story, because I wasn't on the ground. I didn't feel the heat and being on set, while they did a really good job of placing us in a position that almost felt like it, but it was a sliver. And so, and through the storytelling and reading the scripts, you just really get a sense that no one knows, nobody wasn't there, and you don't know what it would have been like to be there unless you were there. And that came very, 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 very clear. And I had to kind of put all that aside just to really be present and to what it could have felt like. Yeah, so going further into your performance, how did the production design help your performance? Because it's very detailed in its reconstruction of the hospital as it would have looked like in 2005, but also the oppressiveness of the environment that everybody there had to go through. So how important was that to bringing that character to life?
Oh, it was extremely important, and it was incredibly detailed, especially when you just look at pictures and of outside and not that I saw any pictures of inside, but it was incredibly detailed that it felt real, and that's part of the magic of storytelling, of when all the different parts come together, and it helped tremendously. Yeah, it was wonderful.
Thank you very much for your time today.
Thank you. Appreciate you, Matthew.